March 29th, 2022 meeting for the Board for Licensing Contractors. If we could begin the meeting, Carolyn, we start with a roll call of the members, please.
Here.
Present.
Here.
Here.
Here. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda.
Motion. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussions, additions, or deletions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. And the motion carries. I know we got our meeting minutes, and I'll entertain a motion to approve those if there are no additions or deletions.
Motion. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Then the meeting minutes are approved. Now we go into our license reviews, and that's for and we'll do these all together and approve them all at one time at the end, and we'll go through the hardships.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, just the informal conference I just wanted to provide, just because it's on the agenda as adopted, that we've come to an agreement with the respondent to voluntarily suspend his license upon board approval, and it would require your signature in order to approve that order as agreed.
Understood. Sorry, my oversight there. So we'll go on into license reviews then. Do we need to vote on that?
We can do a vote. Yeah.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion then to approve the resolution of the conference. Is that
The resolution of the agreed order for summary suspension.
got a motion and a second? Is there any discussion? Then the motion carries. Hardships. Well, we can include those in the overall approval. Okay. Then contractor initial apps, we'll include those if there's no questions with those. Everyone's had a chance to look at those. Now, the revisions, we've got the add class, mode, and name changes. We can approve those all as well. Now, LLEs.
Yes, I had 6 LLEs all approved. Do I need to read these in?
No.
Yep.
Only if they were going to be odd.
LLPs.
Yes, I had some LLPs. I approved all of them as noted in the list of the LLPs.
And then the home improvements. I think all those were approved except those that had factors, and we'll read those in here in just a moment as we go through the factors. Applications with factors and interviews. We'll start over here with Randy. Any factors or interviews that you have, you can read in, please.
Okay, yes, I did. I had 3 interviews today that are on the list as shown there. One was Martin Custom Homes, and he came in and interviewed. He had some questions about the fine that Reese had recommended for his issues with doing some contracting over $25,000 without a license. And after some discussion, he agreed to pay the fine and is moving forward. That was file number 77500, Martin Custom Homes. Then I had a Sons Contracting, which was file number 77416. I had reduced his monetary limit request from $1.5 million down to $500,000 just because of lack of of information and experience. He somehow we got confused on what he was trying to get, but he brought a new list of experience that qualified him for the 1.5 million. So I approved that 1.5 million. At a home improvement license, Damon Burson, construction, hauling, and more. He came and talked to us. We had approved his home improvement license, but there was a flag there for a potential issue with some work that he had done with a contractor in Knoxville. John and I met with him though, and we think we've got that resolved. And is that on the legal report as well?
It's not on the legal report, but if you'd like to amend the legal report when we get to that section to put that on there with a recommendation to close, I think that would be appropriate.
That was home improvement file 10452. That's all I have.
Thank you, Randy. Ronnie?
On the application statutes.
Got it. Application with factors 77601. I'm asking to hold this application until a fine of $1,400 is paid.
Mark?
Sorry. He had listed 2 projects in Shelby County that were over $3,000 for experience. One was for his cousin. It was $17,000. He said that there were several small jobs that he did for his cousin. So I decided that was probably okay. The other one, he said he started and has put it on hold until he gets his license, so he hasn't spent more than $3,000 on it. So I'm moving for approval of his home improvement license.
Andy?
I had one interview at Barrett Homes, 77517. He misunderstood the question about experience. He actually was the president of a company. Contracting. So anyhow, that was approved for a BC A-r.
Thank you. I had a couple of interviews. File number 10420. This was an applicant for a home improvement license, and they had listed several flips as their experience, over 100,000. One of them was over 200,000. I made a offer to him, and he accepted of $2,500 per offense, which was 5 offenses, making a total of $12,500 fine. So we can issue the license upon receipt payment of the fine. In file number 77767, BG Builder Group. This one actually had a little past history with the board with another company. This was a new applicant. We had, at our last recommendation, to close and flag the file, and at that point we did, and he has applied for a new license. I interviewed him very well in there this morning and got some good explanations, and I believe he will be fine moving forward. So I approved him for the license with a monetary limit of $1,290,000. And I had a couple of applications here with factors. The first one is license number 10439. It's a home improvement license. It does have a felony, and after reading over the file very well and speaking with legal, due to the nature of the criminal offenses of the record and the amount of time since the last one, which has not been very long, I will move for denial of the license. Application number 439474. They had a project in Knoxville, Knox County, over 3,000, and I propose a $500 civil penalty for that violation. Application number 10553. They had a project in Shelby County that was over 3,000, and I propose a $250 civil penalty for that one. Then application number 77807. They had projects in Shelby County. I don't know how many it was. I can't find that now, but I proposed a $1,200 fine for those projects in Shelby County. And that's all the applications with factors that I have. If the board has none other, I'll entertain a motion to approve the license reviews, the hardships, the new apps, revisions, LLE, LLP, home improvement, and then the applications with factors.
There was one more on the list. 66537 Nicholas Construction.
Oh, I forgot Benny.
That's
wasn't
okay.
here.
And it's just going to be held for resolution of the complaint, and that was reviewed by Benny Jones.
Anything else? I'll entertain a motion to approve these then.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if I may, just as a point of reference with the application, the 10439,
Yes, sir.
with the fresh start, I just wanted to offer as an opportunity to kind of re-review those the factors or elements the board reviews when looking at applications with felony convictions, just as an opportunity to kind of refresh the board. The review of the factors, which focuses on the crime, relates to the profession and carrying out the profession. For example, the relationship, as you mentioned, Mr. Chairman, the relationship between the nature of the crime and the purpose of relating to the occupation, profession, or the trade. For our trade, of course, contracting. The relationship between the crime and the ability, capacity, or fitness required to perform the duties and to discharge the responsibilities of course, in our case, contracting in this field, and then any evidence of rehabilitation or treatment undertaken that might mitigate that, and then any applicable federal laws. So just as a way of point of reference and re-review of those are kind of the factors and focuses. And to your point, Mr. Chairman, with that application in particular is the relationship between the nature of that crime and as it relates to the construction field. So I just wanted that as an opportunity, as a point of reference for the board.
Thank you. And agreed that was the basis of my decision on that one. Okay, do I have a motion?
Motion. A second.
Motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. The motion carries. Now we come up to the next item on the agenda, which is approval of an RCE provider. Carolyn?
This one is from Accelerated Contractors Training, and I believe I emailed their application to you, and it's also in your iPad. They're applying to be able to offer continuing education for residential contractors, and everything seems to be in order. They do have experience. and they provided several courses that apply to residential.
I get a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. The motion carries. Now we've got a PCA little r, which is our restricted license course provider that's wanting to be approved. Carolyn?
Yes, this is Tennessee College of Applied Technology out of McMinnville, and they do have a couple of satellite offices or classes in I think it's Winchester, and at the Warren County High School they do some classes, and they're wanting to be able to have this class count toward getting fulfilling the BCA little r classification. And while we only require it to be 3 days, theirs is it lasts like for a semester, and it's really quite detailed. So they're just wanting to be able to offer that class.
I think it would be better.
I assume the test would still have to be taken at the end of the class, right?
Yes.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll move for approval.
Second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. The motion carries. And now we'll move on to our legal report.
Sir, subcommittee met before the meeting today to go over the legal report and the recommendations. There are some changes to the recommendations, and I'll read those off for you. Number 1, 2022-000361. Recommendation was a civil penalty of $1,000, and that's been increased to $2,000. Number 2, 2021-080-951. Recommendation was penalty of $3,000, and that's been increased to $4,000. Number 4, 2022-004-951. Recommendation was a penalty of $1,000, and that's been increased to $5,000. Number 5, 2021-074-331. Recommendation was a penalty of $1,000, and that's been increased to $5,000. Number 6, 2022-004041. Recommendation was $1,250 penalty, and that's been increased to $2,000. Number 10, 2021-077-951. Recommendation was $750 penalty, and that's been increased to $1,000. Number 12, 2021-074-221. Recommendation was a penalty of $750, and that's been increased to $2,000. Number 19, 2021-081-231. Recommendation was $750 penalty, and that's been increased to $1,000. Number 20, 2021-080-351. Recommendation was penalty of $750, and that's been increased to $1,000. Number 26, 2022-000011. Recommendation was a $1,000 penalty, and that's been increased to $2,000. Number 55, 2021-078931. Recommendation was $1,000 penalty, and that's been increased to $5,000. Number 70 is 2022-004991 and 2022-005061. Recommendation was $1,000 penalty, and that's been increased to $5,000. Number 72, 2021-072141 and 2021-075871. Recommendation was $1,000, and that's increased to $2,500. Number 74, 2022-001-931. Recommendation was a letter of warning, and that has been changed to close the complaint. And I believe there's an amendment to the report.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that document has the complaint number. You can just read the complaint number and to amend the legal report with that complaint number with a recommendation to close. If not, I can.
I don't see the complaint number in it.
This would be complaint number 2021-05-8931.
So we want to amend that to closing the complaint.
Okay, so 2021-05-8931 will be added to the report, and the recommendation will be close and decision to close.
That all the legal report?
That's it.
Have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. The motion carries. And we're up to board updates.
For our budget, we have figures up to January, and we're showing a balance of $82,336. And LLEs, we do have a negative balance, and that's the norm because most of their LLEs renew every other year. They're all majority expire in September of the prior year. So, and it does have a negative $37,000. Also, Go Build is in the middle of meeting with the legislature right now, and so they have not approved the $250,000 yet to go from the reserve. So that's still being discussed with the legislature right now. And as far as formal hearings, we have one unlicensed hearing on March 2nd, and the judge did rule on 2 counts and for court costs. And that was one held by Jesse Gentry. And then we have 3 more unlicensed formal hearings coming up in April and May. And I don't believe we have any legislation this year.
Thank you, Carolyn. I would like to say that I've had phone calls with Carolyn and Kathy, and I know that the staff over the past month or so has gone through some difficult times, probably putting it mildly, and would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for the extra work and working hard and things that you do to make this thing happen. So it doesn't go unnoticed, and just want to say thank you very much. With that, is there any new business? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have a safe trip home.